Bitcoin's up a little bit today. Looks like 65,000 something. But again, today's a special day. Obviously, it's a 250th UFC situation. Obviously, the war in Iran. We're not even going to talk about that because nothing's signed yet. So we'll see what happens with that during the week. Bitcoin is going up a little bit. I actually thought that Bitcoin was going to go down because of the IPO of SpaceX, and I was surprised when it went up. My question to you guys is, what are your thoughts, obviously, on Elon Musk becoming a trillionaire, SpaceX's IPO, and how is that going to affect, if any, have an effect on Bitcoin short term and long term?
Short term, it has absolutely nothing to do with it because none of the IPO guys can sell for 6 months. You will see a pullback. No, maybe you probably won't even see a pullback. You'll see a pullback in the market itself in 6 months when they start cashing out. You may see a rally in Bitcoin because they got to put that money somewhere. So the crypto market may go up as a whole in 6 months, but in a year you won't even notice this.
Now, what are your thoughts on? And we didn't get a chance to hear you this week. What are your thoughts, Trent, on SpaceX overall, the IPO, and also Elon Musk becoming a trillionaire and the backlash on him becoming a trillionaire?
I could care less if he's a trillionaire or not. I was always against the IPO acquisition because I think SpaceX should be a private company. If he wants to crash 35 spaceships into the ground because he wants to, he should be able to. Now he's got shareholders. He's always bitched about, I can't do this with Tesla. I can't do it with this Tesla stock, quarter one, quarter two crap. He hates it. He actually almost pulled it to become private back when, the Saudis were trying to front him some money. And then he got backlash on that. And now he did the full opposite and did an IPO of SpaceX. They need cash. That's my money. That's my question. They're running out of cash. They need a runway.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think him going public is not a good thing in the overall picture, but yeah, getting that cash is a huge thing because there comes a point in time, no matter how big you are, whatever you're doing, whatever company you're in, business you're in, whatever, you got to have cash. It's just the way it is. If you're going to hit like a plateau, you hit a brick wall, and you kind of want to continue development and continue growing forward, or you need to grow at a certain pace. That it needs to be sustainable. It is always a balance in growth, right? So yeah, I agree. I don't inherently like him going public due to the fact that now he has to basically raise his hand and say, hey, can we do this?
He does have 82% though.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But I like the privacy. In a situation like that with the SpaceX thing, I do like it being private because it's like you can kind of really go balls to the wall and kind of just do all kinds of crazy stuff. For him, it would always be, for the most part, for the better. Yeah. So, and then what was the second question, Jay? We were talking about IPO and what?
Yeah. What do you think about Elon Musk becoming a trillionaire? And what is SpaceX's IPO? Will it have a long or short term effect on Bitcoin at all?
Yeah. Him becoming a trillionaire is just a talking point. I don't think it really matters. I actually don't care that he's a trillionaire. I like that he is the trillionaire and not some other schmuck who's kind of more like a radical or something like that. Because at least he's like team humanity and stuff like that. For the most part, Elon, he lines up with the good in everything. He's pretty balanced. I'll give him that. As far as Bitcoin goes, yeah, SpaceX has pretty good amount of Bitcoin. I don't inherently think that anything SpaceX is going to do would essentially make a difference in Bitcoin. I mean, other than maybe some movements if he was to sell or buy and this and that. But in the bigger picture, I don't think it does anything. Now, I will say that it will make a huge difference if he incorporated Bitcoin as a payment system. We accept payment for this. Tesla accept payment for that. or really started pushing Bitcoin as like, hey man, this is a new money. Now you have someone who's worth trillions of dollars. You have someone who is in SpaceX, Tesla, and now he's saying, hey guys, I think you guys need to jump on board here. Now things get interesting. So it's not necessarily SpaceX per se or Tesla per se. It's really Musk per se. If Musk comes out and says something like, hey guys, this is the new digital money, that is what can change it.
Absolutely. And I made a video yesterday, my Satoshi Saturday video, talking about him becoming a trillionaire and people getting mad about it. And, just basically he's created the most value in the world. That's why he's, getting in the money he's getting, and you yourself create more value. And also I showed SpaceX and Tesla Bitcoin holdings. It was like 18,000 something for SpaceX, 11,000 something for Tesla, for a total like 30 something thousand. I don't know what they're going to do with that Bitcoin on the balance sheet long term. Short term, like I said, I was wrong. I thought the price of Bitcoin was going to go down that day. I think we talked about that too.
The market
back
already
behind the scenes.
factored it in 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So I thought when the IPO came out, it was going to do it, but I was wrong. And is the honeymoon phase over with SpaceX? I think the honeymoon phase is going to last maybe a couple of weeks, and then people are going to get tired of it. Him being a trillionaire again, like you said, is a talking point, but it is a big talking point because again, the capitalist side of the fence are going to latch on to, hey, he's created value. This is a good capitalistic thing. This is a good thing. The socialist side is going to say, well, you need to cap his income. How trillionaire is not fair, and he's just like a billionaire but worse. He's going to take all our money, and the money that he has, he needs to do it with this and that with it and all this other stuff. And again, it's just going to fundamentally and economically have another way to divide us, I guess. And again, we just have to, in order to bridge the gap, if you will, between people in this country, is we have to teach people about how politics works, and most importantly, how economics work. And that's the only reason, in my personal opinion, or way in my personal opinion, not only we teach them a difference between capitalism being better for America than socialism, but we'll actually help them hopefully get into and understand that the system is broken and learn that this is the only way to fix it, and that's Bitcoin.